Okay, buyer tip number 8. This one is honing in on your search. And so this is where we really take what you're looking for, and I really set up a search criteria for you in my system. It's called Collab Center. That's what I like to use. Depending on what you're looking for, we might have to use a couple different systems to make sure we're capturing the full picture of what's available out there on the market. But ideally, I really want to drill down on specifics on what you want so that we're getting notifications and lists of properties that are actually meeting your criteria and sifting through all the ones that don't. So that way, that saves us time also, so that when the right one comes up, it's right there in front of us, and we can go after it and not have to worry about these 5 other ones that didn't quite fit the bill for some reason though, but they showed up on your list, and then we find out they don't have the features you wanted. So I really get very specific on what we're wanting, at least to drop a net on the locations and areas, school districts. Maybe there's certain kind of acreage that you want. Maybe you want a lot size of so much, a fenced in yard, different things like that. Whatever we can drill down on and get specific on, we will. But we can always make adjustments as we go too. So we can narrow the search, we can broaden the search, and we will figure it out as we go what the availability is of those properties as well, because what you're looking for may be what everyone else is looking for. And so we're gonna have to get creative on that. And when I have a better idea of exactly what you're looking for, then I can really go out there and hunt for that, maybe even off-market properties, or when something's about to hit the market, we can find out about it in advance and just kind of get a jump on it. And having these other tips done and these other preparation pieces done that I've been talking about in these tips will really help you have an advantage in that situation as well. So honing in on our search, we'll get specific on it. I'll be asking you very specific questions on what you want, what you don't want. Sometimes, you know, people aren't sure what they want, but they know what they don't want. And so we can go that route also. Also, when properties do come out that you might have interest on, take a second, doesn't take long, Google it, map it, Google Earth it, something like that, just so you have an idea of where the location is. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to pull up into the driveway so excited about the showing, and then you realize that your cousin who you can't stand lives around the corner, and you're like, oh, I just didn't recognize the address, the street name. We cannot live here. I don't want to live by this family member. We could have avoided all that frustration and waste of time if we would have just Googled it real quick, made sure that you were okay with the location. And so take time to do that. If you have a chance before the showing, you know, if we're seeing stuff on Friday and it's a Tuesday and we've scheduled it all, take a drive, make sure, or even before we schedule it, even better, you know, take a drive, make sure that you're like, hey, I really love this neighborhood. This looks great. I do want to see this property. Don't be creepy, okay? You can drive by the house, but even if it's vacant, it is not appropriate to pull in and walk around the property. Not appropriate. People have the cops called on them when those things happen, so don't do that. But you're welcome to drive by it. Drive down the street, make sure you're good with the area, the commute, maybe drive it from your house to work, or from that house to your work or something like that, or at least map it while you're there. Oh, it says it's 17 minutes to my job. That way you get a better idea of if that location is right for you and your lifestyle. And so that's it for this one. I'll see you on the next tip.